All right, good morning everybody. Today we are going to go over our homework from 11.3 homework. Once again, the tough part with the frequency distribution tables is getting our classes. So we did start off last week, a couple days ago, I'm getting lost with the days, and made sure that our intervals were correct, 138, okay, to 202. You guys can read that. How's that coming out today? I know it's a little blurry once I go to the worksheets, but that's why I'm trying to work on the board so you guys can read it okay. But essentially, we wanted it 65 numbers apart or add 64 to each one of them, and again, it comes out evenly. The tally should be easy. If you made any mistakes, not a big deal. Just be careful when we go to a quiz. Our frequencies should be 117413. And our sigma frequency is 26. Now, if any of these numbers are incorrect, okay, it's important in math that you show all work so you don't get lose double points on a test or quiz or anything like that. If you notice, we got rid of the median. All right, we go right to the relative frequency, and that is the one where we just divide 11 by its total, 26, and got 0.423, 0.269, and so on. All right, so that was our relative frequency. The cumulative frequency I left blank just to make sure we go over this because this is super important. Most of you got the hang of it. You start with the lowest interval, which was 138. You take 11, you add 7 to it. 11 plus 7 is 18. 18 plus the next 4 is 22. Plus 1 is 23. Plus 3 is 26. Okay, so if you don't have that, please fill it in. Hit pause, go back and see where I got those numbers, or feel free to message me. Now, with the graphs, okay, as you can see, it's not going to be perfect, but this is our regular frequency histogram. And I just want to point out, I know it might be blurry, and that's okay. The title has to be there. There needs to be a break because we didn't start at 0. We skipped to 138. Our classes is labeled, our frequency is labeled, and again, it's any order. I chose 4 boxes, and then I counted by ones on the frequency. Some of you might have trouble with that. I don't think so. Usually our graphs look pretty nice. Now, cumulative frequency histogram, I went a little off because I wanted to make this bigger. I counted by 2s, and then 26 went off the graph. I didn't even write it here. I apologize. But there's my title, Tri-Levels, cumulative frequency. There's my break. There's my class. And at the bottom, I did every 4 boxes. I could have went 5 boxes to make it a little wider, which would have been smart. The bars are all touching, and in a cumulative frequency, it is a staircase. Up here, I don't know if you can see it, it's relative frequency histogram. We skipped over that, so again, no big deal. Great job if you've been doing your homework, all right? Really proud of everybody that's been participating. All right, so today, we're moving on. Now, originally, if you guys paid attention, 11.3, we skipped 11.4. Yep, we skipped 11.4. Some of these lessons might be a little bit hard to distance learn with the technology we have in place right now. The way this is going, I am really not happy if we have to do this again in September, but hopefully we can get back to work and get going. But 11.5, central tendency. Before we go there, key word of this week is faith, and belief is more powerful than anything else you have. Believe in yourself, have faith, be courageous, have faith, go forward. Thomas Edison, a lot of these early scientists, a lot of people second-guess them. Did they care what other people thought? No. They kept going, doing it, and obviously Thomas Edison is very famous because of that attitude. Okay? So when we talk about central tendency, you guys may remember mean, median, and mode. All right? So the first word that we are going to attack. Now, if you follow your notes, you don't have to. You can do it old school with me. Okay, and just take out a sheet of paper and go over it off the whiteboard. It might be helpful to follow along with what we put online. All right, I know you guys can't read that too much. But the first thing I want you to understand, the mean, all right? So your mean teacher gives you your average. Now, we always say that you guys are in your average, which is true. But point of the story, when you read the word mean, all they're saying is what's the average, all right? So if your teacher's giving you your grades for 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. All we're going to do is add them together to save you time. You get 347, and you divide it by how many there are, how many numbers there are.
4.
So you had a girl, May. So 347 divided by 4, your average would be 86.75. Okay? So that is how simple the mean is. Now, we're going to go to the example in our worksheet. And on the worksheet, it says the price of dollars for a sample of round-trip flights from Chicago, Illinois to Cancun, Mexico are listed. What is the mean price of the flights? So we have 872 plus 432 plus 397 plus 427 plus 388 plus 782 plus 397. What did I just say to do? Add them all up. Okay, you guys can all use calculators. It comes out as 3,695. How many did we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our mean fare for a flight from Chicago to Mexico came out to be 527.85714. Now, it does not say to round, but if you're talking about money, it's inferred rounding. Thank you, Mace. So 527.86 would be our flight. Now, before we click off and go to our next example, I'm just looking at this right here. Okay, no, we're good. All right, so we go to mode on the next part. Please follow along.